Yeah, so BattleTech. You know, we talked a little bit at the press conference this morning, but we're really excited to be working with Paradox to bring BattleTech out later this year. You know, we're really grateful to our Kickstarter community for funding us, and also view Paradox now as a really good opportunity to take this game and bring it to an even wider audience. So, going to give you guys a little bit of a background on the universe of BattleTech, kind of where it's been. So BattleTech's been around for 30 years. Jordan created it as originally a tabletop board game, and then over the course of its life, you know, there's been 15 different PC games, from MechWarrior, MechWarrior 2 to MechCommander, and a variety of other like books and comics and what have you as well. But the one thing that hasn't really come up in that history of PC games is a tactical turn-based combat game in the vein of the original tabletop. And so that's one thing that we're really excited to bring to the table with our BattleTech game, which is a turn-based tactical combat game that takes sort of the spirit of classic tabletop BattleTech and modernizes that for the Steam audience. So the year is 3025. The galaxy is trapped in a cycle of perpetual war. So kind of the high-level backstory of BattleTech is mankind went to the stars, colonized the stars, built this great whole empire, and then that empire fell apart, as tends to happen. And so you've got space now. There's like 2,000 star systems, but it's been fractured into all these little nation states that are competing for the throne of the inner sphere. They do this with mechanized combat vehicles called battle mechs. These are not robots, they're giant piloted like suits of armor essentially on the field, and they're piloted by mech warriors. So the game we're making, you command 4 mechs on the battlefield. So it's kind of squad level tactical combat. And over the course of our single player campaign, you'll be encountering a variety of mission objectives, fighting enemies on the battlefield, but all of that's wrapped up in a mercenary management game. So you are commanding basically a ragtag mercenary band in this region of space that we're giving you for the game. You're going to be growing that mercenary outfit, finding new mechs, hiring new mech warriors, and becoming a force to be reckoned with. In addition to that, the game also features a 1v1 competitive multiplayer and a skirmish versus AI. All right, so in the campaign, you'll be able to travel wherever you want within this region of space. Now, BattleTech, the universe of BattleTech is really, really big. This is like 1/15 of the entire BattleTech galaxy, but this is already like plenty of space that we allow you to explore. And over the course of your mercenary career, you can take jobs from a variety of factions, and actually build your reputation with the clients that you choose to work with. Hey Jordan, this is your spaceship. So early on in the campaign, this is a relic from the past. You uncover this ship, the Argo class dropship, and then over the course of the campaign, you are renovating the ship and upgrading it to gain new capabilities for your crew. For example, capacity to carry more mechs, that sort of thing. And this is Jordan, Jordan Weisman. He's original creator of BattleTech. He's our
figurehead, I think was the word.
Studio lead, see somebody, Poobah, of Harebrained Schemes. And yeah.
Oh.
I've just been going through the spiel
which
here,
is great, appreciate that.
Slightly abbreviated, probably.
So I'll just jump in right here because we've been talking, Mike's been talking about managing our mercenary company, which is the core of the campaign. A mercenary company is more than equipment. It's men and women who are manning that equipment. These are not robots, they're giant battle mechs, kind of giant vertical sets of armor that have a mech warrior inside of them that pilots it. And so you'll, as part of the mercenary sim, you'll be hiring MechWarriors and training them to excel in different skills. You'll also be hiring the rest of the crew, like these 4 individuals here, which are your persistent crew on the Argo spaceship.
So they function as like your advisors for different aspects of your mercenary crew.
Right, because you can't. Not only are you have to put MechWarriors in the field, but you got to repair their mechs, and you got to have med teams for the wounds that the MechWarriors take on the field, navigators for space, manning the spaceship, all the rest of that. And the unfortunate thing is all these people want to get paid. And so to pay them, you've got to make money in the contract. So this economic sim of the mercenary company is a dominant factor in the context of the campaign. As you specialize those MechWarriors to train them for different skills, you try to line them up to with the mechs themselves, which you can highly customize. One of the kind of hallmarks of BattleTech and MechWarrior games in the past have always been the ability to customize the mechs, change their weapons, their heat sinks, their armor, their jump jets, all this kind of stuff. And this game does that to great depth and allows you to do it for all 4 of the mechs in your lands.
Last but not least, we've really enjoyed telling stories that we're passionate about in our last 3 Shadowrun games. And while BattleTech itself is not an RPG, we're excited to continue that by telling an original story set in the BattleTech universe. So this is the Lady Kamea Arano. She's been unfairly deposed from her throne. Essentially, her uncle staged a coup and has installed this totalitarian regime in the place of her kingdom. Now it's a few years later, and she's fighting to reclaim her throne, and she enlists your help, the help of your mercenary company, to be the sort of elite fighting force of her campaign.
Yeah, and because this is it is the story of your mercenary campaign, it's not exclusively the story of her gaining her throne, right? She is a client, and so ultimately her success or failure is only once, kind of within the context of your growth of your own mercenary campaign. So everything we've been talking about so far is none of which you get to play today. Because that's all the big campaign and the campaign setting, which won't be out until the game ships later this year. What we're going to play today is kind of a preview of the beta that we're going to be shipping to our backers of the Kickstarter on June 1st. And that's also why it's embargoed until that time, any discussion of that game. So what we're going to play is the core combat game, right? Because inside of the context of that big sim, at the end of the day, ultimately you're putting 4 mechs onto a planet and you're trying to accomplish your objectives. And so that's what we're going to play today, is that core combat experience, 4 mechs versus 4 AI mechs. The backer beta that we'll release will support single player skirmish play, like what you'll do today. It'll also support 1v1 multiplayer.